TV family. Catch us live on your TV screen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I look fine, but I'm stuck in my ways. I cry inside, you won't see no tears. Whenever I'm down, I just know whom to call. Yeah. I was speaking with my mom on the phone. She said, son, better keep it on the low. They don't love you, they just wanna see you fall. Everything I touch turns to a mess. I'm so stuck in my ways, yeah. I'm stuck in my ways, yeah. I'm stuck in my ways, yeah. I'm so stuck in my ways, yeah. Every day I hustle, yeah. Push on the life, stand on the life. We don't beg nobody to push on the Shazam. Got your car is it Shazam. Had to lose my money, yeah. Just to make more money, yeah. Had to push my drop dates just to deal with the heartbreak. Things I'm getting better now, but I'm stuck in my ways, yeah. I look fine, but I'm stuck in my ways. I cry inside, you won't see no tears. Whenever I'm done, I just know whom to call. Yeah. I was speaking with my mom on the phone. She said, son, better keep it on the low. They don't love you, they just wanna see you fall. Everything I touch turns to a mess, yeah. So stuck in my ways, yeah. Stuck in my ways, yeah. Stuck in my ways, yeah. I'm so stuck in my ways, yeah. I was down, baby, I swear. Ain't nobody pick me up, yeah. And then I told myself, whoa, I will make it work, yeah. Had to trust the process, had to trust myself. I didn't gotta cheat, yeah, I did it on my own. Lingo show me something, yeah, I can do a lot. Shout out to you for your man, making lingo work. Press and ninja zamlana, yes, I'm with it fine, but I'm stuck in my ways. I cry inside, you won't see no tears. Whenever I'm down, I just know whom to call. Yeah. I was speaking with my mom on the phone. She said, son, better keep it on the low. They don't love you, they just wanna see you fall. Everything I touch turns to a mess.
My mom on the phone. My mom is on the phone.
Yeah, man,
How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, sir.
That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gents, a guy who has a future in the hip-hop industry. He goes by the name of Avee The Future. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much. I must tell you about Avee The Future. For abantu bangakwazi ukuthi ngubani usuka phi wenza ntoni udume ngantoni. Who's Avee The Future?
Avee Da Future, it's Aviwe Malawu, all the way from Centane, but ngoku ndihlala apha Mfuleni. Extension 4, I'm doing hip-hop music. Yeah, I'm doing hip-hop music. Last year I released an EP titled Last Words.
That's what we're going to talk about that. I'm so glad that you're not from Ekse because everyone here is from Ekse. Finally, we've got someone from Mfuleni. You mentioned right now, Guti, last year you released your first ever EP titled Last Words. Before we talk about the EP, let's talk about the title itself. Why Last Words?
The reason I Last Words is because last year, in 2015, I lost a neighbor, a young kid, like it's a young boy. It was a young boy, 6 years old. He was like a brother to me, you see. So what your name is, like I was still at so like I couldn't have time, but something so immediately a Western Cape, we decided, okay, I should do an EP.
Wow, man, that is so profound, so profound. Condolences to neighbor Wako. And now let's talk about your music journey. As you first mentioned that last year you released the EP. What is it about this EP that you love the most, that you were like, aye, man, come again, you release, man?
The thing is, about this EP, the EP iyonke nje
Yeah.
iphelele, it's very special because EP ndiyirekhode like ndiyenze EP like ndise kwispace esegrand like ndisifila grand, but izinto ebendizithetha kula EP most of them ziset.
Yeah.
I-tracks even le track said ba uyayimamela le track le.
Yeah.
So like most yazo ziset iwe ebendizithetha kula EP. So obopset bazo ndizibenze mna like ndisonwabile yabo, but without knowing ba at the end iziwe zawona zikazo-apply and nangoku like I'm stuck in my ways
Yeah, ihamba njani EP yakho, abantu bayireceive njani xa beyimamele? Zithini comments, zithini views zabantu?
Yo man, abantu bayayithanda i-EP yam.
Yeah.
Bayayithanda i-EP yam kakhulu, more special from Western Cape, here in Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Gauteng, I think everywhere man, on Facebook like bayaplays, more special nangoku obvious bazoplays after le performance.
Yeah. Besides the EP, let's talk about your next big move. What can we expect as your friends from Avee The Future?
I'm working on a mixtape.
Yeah.
I'll be working with a lot of artists all around Western Cape. So yeah, that's my next move is in Avee Da Future, but not as Aviwe Malawu.
Yeah, I love your collaborations, and I love artists who collaborate with other artists. If someone out there wants to hit you up on social media, they want to DM you, where do they find you on social media, and how do we support your music?
On Avee, I'm on Facebook, it's Avee Da Future, ZA. Twitter, Avee Da Future, ZA. Also on Instagram, Avee Da Future, ZA. Yeah.
Well, that is of course Avee The Future, guys, giving us a stellar performance. But right now, if you would like to send us imiyalezo yakho birthday wishes on WhatsApp, sicela umention igama lakho so that sekumention nawo apha eTV. It's 0746500202. And go sinomiyalezo obheka pha kuSibuthi sithi happy birthday to uSibuthi. Chomi yami ngikuthanda kakhulu. Kangachazi igama lakhe. Next time ngawuchaza igama lakho siza kumention. But right now, let's take a look at what's popping with our Dula's Kylie's finest on the other side.
I have no idea why Isnala is hating on Kylie. We have no problem with the artist The Future from Mfuleni. We support everybody, Cape Townian. As long as you're an African child, sex supporter. Right now, sitting right next to me, it's another artist. Is not here to perform. Sadly, goes by the name Artist X. Artist X, Punjani for you.
Ndiyaphila man, ndiyaphila.
Sisingafuna usiperformela namhlanje. Tell the viewers what brings you here today.
Well, what brings me here is performance engqondo nomphefumlo. It's not a performance eqonga. So basically, into endizelwe apha is to represent a platform / company called Low Key Litness. So Low Key Litness, what basically it's about, it's an educational consultancy platform. So what we are aiming to do is that we're aiming to actually empower and educate creatives and entrepreneurs, you know, by having master classes which are going to give them the tools for them to be able to actually be high grossing performing artists or creatives and entrepreneurs that alike.
Really? Okay, before we talk about the event that's coming up, Itil education, what is it that you actually provide? What's this education that you feel the artists need?
So basically, the education is that we all know that in different sectors, there's things that need to be known. So I've noticed the gap in the market that most of your creators and entrepreneurs social media pages, and they don't do their administrative background work, which is very crucial. And then the most saddening thing that we always get to see is that years later, people's companies are being liquidated because they didn't have any formal structure. So the education comes by, we bring a band who specialize in that specific sector that people require to come and share the knowledge, the skills, and actually demystify in those needs.
That's Namtan on him. This is actually amazing. Let's talk about the event that's coming up because we're running out of time.
Cool. So this event is happening in Gomso, the 26th of June, and happening at Collab 22 Upper Low Main Road Observatory. So it's called Mehlo Madala. So the title Mehlo Madala was inspired by an old Swahili proverb which says, what you can see, what an old person sees seated under a shady tree has much more potence and depth than a young person sitting on top of that tree sees. And also at the same...
Really?
Yes. It's
I thought it means unqabile.
So ngesizulu it means bana sigqibelene kudala unqabile, and then ngasiguqula kwesiXhosa sithi mehla madala, old eyes, which means eyes that have wisdom. So sabe sine 3 speakers phayana onqondo ingcaphephe incutshe that are going to be sharing ezinamava ngoba kakade nyathi thwa ibuzwa kwabatheni
Kwabaphambili.
Ngqonge vele.
Ne, abantu wanna come through, where can they find you on social media?
So you can find us on social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just type low key litness. At low key litness, you'll find us there with all the relevant information that's necessary. And if you are interested in actually supporting us or want to be part of what we're doing, you can send us a DM or email us at lowkeylitness@gmail.com. Even if you want to support, fund, or sponsor in any way, and you see this an awesome initiative, send us an email. We can take it further.
Siyabulela futhi, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys got all those details. Do support the homies tomorrow. Goku sisaya kukhevu siyabuya ngayindawo. There's more of Ekse after the break.
CTV family.